Beneath the skin of darkness, where whispers bleed and time stands still, welcome to US 4K Zone, the place where fear finds you. It was late at night, around 11:30 p.m. The station was almost deserted, only a few tired passengers asleep on the benches. Ali checked his ticket, the last train to Faisalabad. The cold wind brushed past him as he saw the faint glow of the train's lights approaching from the distance. He quickly boarded, but as soon as he stepped inside, he froze. The entire compartment was empty. Strange, he thought, because the last train was usually full. He took a window seat and placed his bag beside him. The train began to move. The city lights faded into the dark countryside. The only sound was the rhythmic clack-clack of the wheels. 10 minutes passed. Then Ali noticed something. 2 bogies ahead, a woman in a white scarf was standing still. She didn't move. She just stood there, staring at him. At first, he thought she might be another passenger, but when he blinked, she was suddenly 1 seat closer. And now her lips were moving, as if she was saying something to him. The train kept plunging deeper into the darkness. Ali's heart was pounding. The woman in the white scarf was now just 5 rows away. Her lips kept moving, but no sound reached him. Only the dull hum of the train and the constant clack-clack of the tracks. Ali swallowed hard. "Excuse me, do you need help?" he asked, his voice trembling. No answer. She tilted her head slightly and smiled. Not a friendly smile, but the kind that feels wrong, too wide, too still. The train suddenly jerked. The lights flickered, plunging the compartment into total darkness for a second. When they came back on, she was gone. Ali's eyes darted around. His seat, the aisle, the door, nothing. Then, right next to his ear, a woman's voice whispered, "You shouldn't be here." Ali spun around, but the seat beside him was empty. And that's when he noticed something terrifying. The train was now moving much faster, and he couldn't see any station lights outside. Ali pressed his face to the window. Outside, there was nothing but pitch-black darkness. No villages, no signals, no moonlight. He got up and walked toward the next compartment. But as soon as he pushed the sliding door open, it was the same compartment he had just left. Same seats, same flickering light. Same empty aisle. Ali's breathing quickened. This isn't possible, he muttered. Suddenly, a low, metallic hum filled the air, like an old generator starting up. From the far end of the compartment, fog began to seep in, curling over the seats like fingers reaching out. Through the fog, the woman in the white scarf appeared again. Only now her scarf was gone, and her hair hung wet, dripping onto the floor. She raised her head slowly, and Ali saw her eyes, completely black. When the lights flickered back on, Ali found himself sitting in a different seat. The woman was gone. The fog was gone. He looked around and froze. Every seat was now occupied. Men, women, children, all dressed in old, faded clothes from decades ago. They weren't moving. They weren't blinking. They were all staring straight at him. A sheet of paper slid from under the nearest seat. Ali bent down and picked it up. It was a passenger list. The ink was faded, but he could still read the names. And there, right at the bottom, was his own name. Ali Raza, seat 42. His blood ran cold. He looked down. He was in seat 42. A deep voice spoke behind him. "You're not a passenger, Ali. You're the last one to board." He turned, but there was no one there. The train whistle screamed, long and hollow, and the outside darkness seemed to swallow the world whole. The train slowed, but instead of a platform, Ali saw nothing outside. Just endless black, as if the world itself had been erased. The passengers rose in unison. Their footsteps were silent, their faces expressionless. One by one, they walked to the door and vanished into the darkness. The air grew colder. A shadow moved toward him, tall, faceless, wearing the same faded clothes as the others. It held out a ticket. Ali's name glowed on it in red. It's time. Ali's heart pounded. I don't belong here, he shouted. The figure leaned closer. Its whisper was like ice in his ear. You boarded when you answered the call. A memory slammed into his mind. The ringing phone last night. The strange voice saying, "Your train leaves at midnight." The voice he thought was a prank. The shadow stepped aside, and Ali felt an invisible force pull him forward. His body moved without his will, out the door, into the freezing, endless dark. The train's whistle echoed one last time. And when it vanished into the black, so did Ali. The seat number 42 stayed empty, waiting for the next name to be written.